Dear students, parents, teachers, and all the well-wishers, welcome back to another beautiful story time. Recently, we had housing, investiture of class leaders, captains. You can watch this video, a wonderful video where the leaders being installed. Housing, when it comes to school housing, red house, green house, snuff house, sky blue house, how they compete with one another. Lot of selection goes on. PTs work hard to select the best at school level, inter-house competitions, inter-school competitions, zonal level, cluster level. Today I am going to read one wonderful story of a beautiful girl, Sanchi. And what goes into this story, what we are going to learn, I will speak about it at the end of my story. This story has beautiful pictures also. I always read story from the book. See, I can narrate the story, but I read from a book because it helps us to get used to reading books. And when you read a story from the book, the kind of happiness we get is so immense. If we can imbibe this habit of reading stories from books, listening stories also good, but reading stories from books, definitely the children will enjoy the fruits of it, the result of it. Even the adults, teachers, and you and me, we can enjoy reading these stories. I'll start off. The title of the story is Just 5 Minutes. 5 minutes. 1 minute is enough to change our life. What is this? Just 5 minutes. And Joyce has passed the ball to Sachi, who is heading straight to the goal post. Goal! Sachi has scored the winning goal for Red House. This is the first win for the house in the school championship. What a wonderful goal. Goal, goal. You just imagine, look at this picture. Such a beautiful picture of goal. When a goal, you just imagine how the whole stadium, all the ground, school grounds, they just cheer, scream, shouts, applause. Now Sanchi, first goal for the championship of the Red House. Sanchi, Sanchi. Ma's voice snapped Sanchi out of her daydream. So this goal, is it real? Daydream, we also sit and we have a daydream. Daydream is we sit and try to dream of something which we really want. Not when you sleep. So Sanchi is sitting and Ma's voice is, Sanchi, Sanchi. Out of her daydream, suddenly she, what are you up to? Have you changed and freshened up? Some mother is calling out, have you changed, freshened up? Sanchi had returned from school over half an hour ago and had not even taken off her socks. Be there in just 5 minutes, Ma, said Sanchi as she changed hurriedly. What took you so long? Asked Ma angrily. Your lunch is almost cold. Sanchi muttered an apology as she sat down. She returned from school. She sat in the sofa. She's daydreaming of a goal, so that the championship for her Red House. Then Ma said, what? It's almost half an hour. You didn't even remove your socks. You came from school. Your lunch is being cold. Ma, next week there are tryouts for the school football team. I really hope I get selected. Sachi gushed. She played football all the time with her friends in the building. It was her favorite sport. So at home, with all the friends, neighborhood in her building, she plays all the time football. That's why I said, Ma, next week we have tryouts. There were selections. Hope I get into my football team. It's my dream to play for my house, play for my school. Sanchi's eyes suddenly darted to the clock. Then she looked at the clock. There were just 5 more minutes before her favorite TV show would be on. She gobbled up her food and rushed to switch on the TV. So she was daydreaming. She missed out the time. Suddenly she looked at the clock. It's only 5 minutes for her favorite. Every day she come from home, school, have lunch, and watch her favorite show in television. Today, most of her time went off with daydreaming. So only few minutes, 5 minutes left, then she thought she'll gobble. Quickly she swallowed the food, rushed to the television, switched on the television, started watching her favorite show. No sooner had she planked herself in front of the TV than Ma called her, Sanchi, aren't you forgetting something? She asked, gesturing to the dishes on the table. Sanchi was responsible for cleaning the table after lunch every day. She ate, she left everything on the table, she rushed to the television, planked herself. Planked is, see, we all do like this now in our sofa, happily in front of the television. So she also happily planked herself, started her favorite show. Then immediately mother called, Sanchi, aren't you forgetting something today? Is it not your responsibility to clear the dishes once you finish your lunch? Now, can you please do it today, Ma? My program has already started, pleaded Sanchi. But Ma wasn't convinced. Nothing doing. This isn't first time you have asked to be excused this week. Grudgingly, Sanchi cleared the table. I wish Ma would relax a little. What's the big deal? She was thinking and grudging, but she cleared the table when she said, only today, only. Many of us also do this, right? We go home, we're supposed to be responsible about our work, but we have all excuses. We say, only today, Ma. Tomorrow onwards, I'll do. How many tomorrows might have passed, right? That's why Sanchi's mother, most of the mothers will be so strict. And she also said, nothing doing this week. You asked many excuses. You clear the table. That evening, when Papa got home, Sanchi told him about the football tryouts. Our sports teacher has said that we should do some running every day before the tryouts. Papa smiled. That's a good idea, Sanchi. But how do you plan to manage everything? Don't you also have to submit that assignment on the open hand monument by next week? Sanchi assured her father she would manage. Instead of watching TV in the afternoon, I will work on the assignment. That will give some time in the evening to go running. Good, so you have a plan, said Papa, ruffling her hair. When she expressed, Papa reminded her about the responsibility that within a week you are supposed to submit open hand monument assignment to your teacher. How will you manage all this? Even now, the sports, games, October, November, September, we have many things in the school. How will you manage? Your examinations, your midterms exams, and your debates, your quiz, your games and sports, dance. How will you manage? Usually parents will ask the same question. Sanchi said, I will cut short my television watching time and I'll go for running in the evening and I'll do my assignment in the afternoon. Papa felt very happy. Oh, you have a wonderful plan. Go ahead, you are so responsible, Papa said. The next day after lunch, Sanchi switched on the TV to watch her favorite program as usual. Ma reminded her about her assignment. Just 5 minutes, Ma, said Sanchi. But Sanchi ended up watching the whole episode. So she said, Ma, 5 minutes. Ma reminded, you told Papa that you will do assignments in the afternoon instead of watching TV. Today again you switched on the television. Sanchi said, just 5 minutes, Ma. But she ended up watching the whole episode, 45 minutes. When Papa reached home that evening, she proudly told him how she managed to run continuously for 15 minutes. That's nice, Sanchi, said. He said, how is the assignment coming along? Father asked. She replied guiltily, Papa, I had a lot of other homework today. I will start tomorrow. She ran to Papa and said, I ran continuously 15 minutes. My running is good progress. It's going on well. Then Papa said, very good. How about your assignment? Guiltily, she said, I had so many homeworks today. Tomorrow I'll start my assignment. The following day too, Sanchi ended up watching TV in the afternoon. Sanchi was thinking in her mind, I won't stay back to play with my friends today. I will come straight back home after my jog. So she's supposed to do assignments during the time of watching television. So she decided in her mind, today also I'm watching television. But evening after my running, without playing with my friends, I'll come home straight and I'll finish my assignment. She thought in her mind. What happened that evening? That evening, as Sanchi was jogging in her neighborhood park, she heard a shout, Sanchi, come, let's have a match. Aryan was twirling a football on his finger. Before she knew it, an hour had passed. She finished her running, she's rushing to home. Then she heard the voice. Aryan was calling with twirling the ball, Sanchi, come, let's have one game. Without her knowledge, 1 hour passed away because she went with Aryan, she played a game and then she came home. That evening before Papa asked, Sanchi confessed, I didn't manage to do much work on the assignment, Papa, but I will surely do it seriously from tomorrow. Then evening, every day evening, father and mother should question whether they make them sit to do the work or not. They should ask, how is your assignment going on? How did you do your maths? Have you completed your last week activity? One word is enough to check the students, check the children. Then she guiltily said, sorry Papa, I couldn't manage my work, but for sure tomorrow onwards I will do it. The week passed quickly and Sanchi had managed to write just half a page of her assignment. She had to write at least 2 pages and find pictures as well. When her parents asked her about it, she said, oh, Rucha teacher has given us a few more days to complete the assignment. She knows about the tryouts next week. Teacher is very understanding. She managed, instead of 2 pages, she managed only half page. She has to collect that open hand monument pictures, but she couldn't. She has to find those pictures. Then when Papa asked, you wrote only half page, how about the rest of the assignment? And Sanchi answered, Rucha teacher was so understanding. She extended the submission date because she knows that we have football tryouts next week. On the day of the tryouts, Sanchi wasn't her jolly, cheerful self when she got home. I miss the tryouts, Ma. She sobbed. She cried so much because she was not selected in the football team. Rucha teacher hadn't given us extra time for the assignment. Today, when I didn't submit the assignment, she made me go to the library and work on it. Sanchi couldn't control her tears. So the day had come where she was supposed to submit her assignment. As she couldn't do only half page, immediately Rucha teacher said, go to library, do the work, complete and come. And she couldn't do responsibly her practice for the team selection. She was not selected. Ma consoled Sanchi. This wasn't your last chance, you know. You can always try again next year. But I am disappointed, Sanchi. Do you know why? Asked Ma. Because I lied to you and Papa, sniffled Sanchi. I'm sorry, Ma. It will never ever happen. So Ma said, don't worry. It's all right. This is not the last chance. Next year you can do it very well. But Sanchi was so guilty because she lied. She told every time excuses, lies, and then that's what ended up her, without being selected, ended up her do extra work in the library. Ma hugged her and said, you need to take responsibility for your own work and be more disciplined, Sanchi. Papa and I can't and don't want to chase you for getting your work done. You are old enough to manage such things yourself now, and you have to bear the consequences of your actions too. Sanchi nodded and said, I promise I will be more careful. When you are irresponsible, when you are not disciplined, the consequences you need to face, my dear students, my dear children, not your parents, not the teachers. That's why she said, I'll be more careful. I promise I'll be more careful about my duties. Ma hugged Sanchi tighter. I'm sure you will. Well, go change and then let's have lunch. Sanchi stood up, wiping her tears. I'll be out in just 5 minutes, she said, and she went inside. What a beautiful story. Only 4 important aspects I want everybody to learn. Self-discipline involves being responsible and controlling your own behavior even when no one is watching you. It's not that father, mother, teacher. Self-discipline will take you to greater places. It is more than just following rules that your parents or teachers have set. It's not following rules. You set your own rules. First one, Manage your time all the time. Every time you say just 5 minutes and you end up 1 hour, that's not managing your time. Second, no excuses, please. Do not give any excuses. If you can't, you try to work, you try to do extra work, you practice. Third, be independent. Don't depend on people. Be independent of your things. Don't expect to receive instructions every time and get some help, reminders all the time. You be independent about your responsibility. Fourth and very important, ask for help. Many people, many students, many children, they don't ask help. They think that we can manage in our own limitations. I read, being self-disciplined doesn't mean knowing what to do every time. If you are unsure, ask someone to guide you. Self-discipline. I'm self-disciplined, I'm independent, I'm not supposed to ask anyone. If you think, you are mistaken. When you are not sure, when the situation is unsure, that you don't know, you can ask for help, but you be independent. You manage your time. You have your responsibilities and duties to fulfill. What a wonderful story of Sanchi. Just 5 minutes, we say many times our excuses, and we face the consequences, which definitely make us disappointed, frustrated, and we feel as if, we lost the best opportunity in life. I want everybody to read such wonderful motivational value stories and make your life better, enjoyable. Take care, be blessed.